So slightly different, we're going to go over some news articles that have been popping up, and quite an interesting one regarding the Oculus Rift 2. So Palmer Luckey, if you don't know him, the grandfather of Oculus, he's the OG that started this thing. And now we've just got news reports as well that they've just completely stopped any production. They're not shipping out any more products to shops. So anything that's in these brick and mortar stores or you can find online, that's all that's going to be available now. There's nothing going to be shipped out. So, but I want to go over this specific one. Facebook cancelled Oculus Rift 2 just before production. So as we've already seen rumors of the Oculus Quest 3. Facebook has said that they're already working on the 3 and the 4, so the generation after that. So it's not really a surprise that they were working on a sequel to the Oculus Rift. An official Oculus Rift 2 headset was cancelled shortly before it went into production, says the Oculus founder and Rift inventor Palmer Luckey. Luckey claimed as much in a tweet yesterday, responding to UploadVR's report that Facebook should not be replenishing stock for the Oculus Rift S. So he's saying, imagining a world where Rift 2 was not cancelled shortly after going into production and then cancelled again in favour of a much lower spec Lenovo rebadge. So that's a rinse at the Rift S not being a Rift 2, a next gen, but instead going for a mediocre, lower spec than the first gen, it had better res, but the refresh rate was 80 Hz instead of the 90 which the previous was, and the Lenovo rebadge. Okay, I kind of liked this one because we're recently talking about Swarm with Beardo Banjo, and he said it was this mix between Jet Set Radio, Space Invaders, and Spider-Man. And now VR Chat has brought this absolute classic, fills me with nostalgia, game to VR Chat. Grind, wall run, and double your jump through meticulously crafted VR creations of Sega's over-the-top 2002 action game. 2002, crikey, I remember sitting in maths that year. Those who owned an Xbox during the early 2000s should be familiar with it, as we definitely are a sequel to the 2000 Dreamcast game Jet Set Radio. This instantly recognizable 2002 action game had players jumping between members of notorious street gangs, inline skates, yeah, classic, because skating and skateboarding was such a thing, early 2000s, late 90s. It was a big thing, the games were epic, and I loved this one, and aggressive inline, and Tony Hawk, of course. The groove, it looks better, like the graphics and the visuals are better than what we would have had in the original game. Oh, look at the grinding. So good. So it supports PC VR and non-VR, and I hope will serve as a hub for fans of virtual reality chat. So it's Jet Set Radio Future World, so that's what you'll search for in VR chat. You can go and enjoy this. I can't believe someone put the time in. This is the beautiful thing about virtual reality chat. People just put time in, create mad creations. Look at that first person view. This looks fun. This looks fun. So currently in development by Yakuza Way, sorry if I say that wrong, and Dark Jason, Jet Set Radio Festival is an upcoming VR chat environment that recreates the world of Jet Set Radio in virtual reality. Right down to the infectious hip-hop inspired soundtrack, which we can hear there at the start of the video. Due to certain hardware limitations, however, the world will not be accessible via the Oculus Quest app. So Yakuza is opening it to developing a smaller version though for the standalone headset, depending on its popularity on PC. So you can't enjoy this on Quest. Us PC VR gamers only can enjoy that. It's too intense. You can tell it's too intense. Look how much is going on. The Quest couldn't run that. No. Runner is an anime-inspired motorcycle action virtual reality Quest PC VR and PlayStation VR 2. We're already dropping PlayStation VR 2, name dropping that into these videos. So Runner is a newly announced 80s anime-inspired cycling game. The anime style, I think, just looks so good. So good on the Quest. Let's play this. 2 minutes 5. Got the old 4x3 going on. The visual aesthetic, especially in the reveal trailer, clearly influenced by 80s era anime. Akira. I knew it was going to say Akira before we even saw it. It looks so Akira just by looking at the visuals. Kaneda! Tetsuya! What a throwback, if anyone's seen that. If you haven't seen that, it's anime history. You've got to check it out. Ah, this is the teaser that was on Twitter. That scene there. Where they just bombed, that was it, just bombing past the motorway. Oh, and it's guns involved as well, so motorcycle racing, battling. It does look like you're gonna need some virtual reality legs before doing this, but the fact that they got that kind of gun style action involved. Oh, dual wielding. It looks like fun. It looks like fun. A description according to the developer. What do they call it? So Runner is an arcade-inspired VR driving game. Players take on the role of Minna, a rogue mod carrier at the center of a massive citywide pursuit, beginning at the heart of Presidium, the neon-drenched capital of the mining colony moon. So there's some backstory to this game. High-speed expressway that snakes through the entirety of the colony complex. Pursued by the forces of Cardinal Corporation, so the five-o, whoop, whoop. Miner must race through 7 sectors whilst fighting relentless waves of autonomous corporate combat drones. Okay. Kind of interesting now then. So it sounds like they're evolving that wave shooter experience that you normally get in VR. So this time it's like a racing one, trying to escape from the police. It looks very, very fast paced. You know what? It doesn't look half bad looking at these pictures. Ah, of course, Monkey, Gorilla Tag. Gorilla Tag adds new canyon map in the latest update. My Discord are going crazy about this. A new map, more brightly coloured, more things to play, reason to dive back in again. Chase your friends through a winding canyon environment in the latest update. Come and try new Gorilla Tag beta map. Look at it. There's less trees though for you to run around in, so this is more like running around, less climbing monkey stuff in between obstacles. It looks quite kind of bare, doesn't it? Sweet. There's lots of gaps, kind of like free running gaps for you to jump across, rather than all of the trees and thinner ledges so you don't fall to your death. Oh, there they go. They fell. Speaking of, they fell. So in addition to the new map, the developer, another Axiom, recently introduced early access support pack on Steam. Whilst the game itself remains free, those interested in supporting can purchase a cosmetic pack featuring headgear, top hat. I can see people getting that. I can see people buying the gear. Oh, brilliant. This one I'm so excited for. Zero Caliber Oculus Quest gameplay. This one gets me kind of excited because Zero Caliber, another FPS shooter that's coming to the Oculus Quest, but this time it's not like an online multiplayer where everyone's against everyone trying to kill everyone. It's based on a cooperative experience from Xreal, and a lot of you PC VR gamers probably know this, but it's coming to the Oculus Quest. It does have a graphical downgrade, but it's to be expected. So exclusive Zero Caliber Reloaded training mission, gameplay captured on the Quest, so Quest gameplay, story mission, 4-player co-op, loads of guns. The game is only weeks away from releasing, which is interesting because I did speak to the devs recently, and they said it was likely that the game was going to be coming in June. And weeks away is not June, so perhaps it's going much better than expected, or they're trying to keep me in the dark. Let's check the gameplay out. Okay. Oh, look at that. The cheeky grab and look over. That's a nice mechanic. Know that you can go vertically, get a cheeky look. The gameplay's looking smooth. The guns have got quite a lot of detail on them. They're not just block, although they are very matte. They're not like shiny weapons, are they? But I'm interested in the AI in this game, because that's what you're against. You're not against online multiplayer against people. You're against AI. So what do the NPCs act like? What do they look like? How do they respond? But the blood spatter's looking good. I'm really excited for this. I love a cooperative experience. And the environment looks quite detailed. Usually these are so bare from the experience of the other FPSs. It looks quite good. And nice to see the enemies not wearing camo. They're all not in the same camo outfit. They've got clothes on. Or, I mean, street clothes. This looks pretty good. I'm excited for this game. Caliber! Now I want to move on to something from Basti564. He's found some more cheeky stuff inside the firmware of the Oculus Quest, and it's stuff I believe we have spoken to before. So the first thing is this kind of square portal. So previously we had the desk portal, which was kind of flat across your desk, a flat plane. Well, they're obviously all flat, but how do I put this? Horizontal plane. It's down for you to look. So this one is a vertical plane that should be used for whiteboarding. So you can mark a whiteboard in Infinite Office, and then you can collaborate on that space with people. You know where it is, so you guys can draw on it. Not entirely clear. So the message says, check to make sure that the virtual whiteboard plane matches up to the real whiteboard. Please confirm you're into the whiteboard space. So that was kind of my issue with it. I thought that this whiteboard that you're going to put in is going to be a whiteboard where you can draw on virtually. Everyone can join in and draw virtually, but it's not. It's bringing a whiteboard. It's basically a portal into your space for you to draw on, which is a bit but not that great. There's also a preview image of a dimmer light, so the pass-through can get even more intense, or so it's more opaque or more translucent, more transparent. That's what that scale was going to be for. There's a nice view of what the square, whiteboarding square is going to look like. That's a square. Hopefully it can do kind of the 16:9 size or the 9:16 size. It's not just going to be, has to be an exact square, because whiteboards don't look like that. And there's another piece of text at the bottom. When full pass-through is enabled, you won't need to use a Guardian boundary unless you enter an immersive experience. Use the pass-through slider in quick settings to adjust your home environment from full VR to pass through any time. For your safety, stay close to the original seated position while Guardian is not active, keep play area, prevent injury, and follow instructions and warning provided on the screen with the headset. So that reminds me of Infinite Office when they're sat at the desk and the entire pass-through is around, but the actual monitor itself is dead ahead and they're working on it. And then there's they use the slider. That's what we believe that's referring to. So hopefully Infinite Office isn't too far along. Shout out to Basti564, his channel's on the page here, so go check him out. And that's it from me today, guys. This is just a quick little catch up of what's been happening over the past few days in the VR space. Some of the reports, so you can check the primary rather than just me unloading. And please comment down below what you think of this kind of format. This kind of format would allow me to do the videos more regularly. But I'm still going to do the weekly updates and random videos throughout the week as well. So happy gaming, guys. Good day.